Hey YouTube, Casey Classic 7 here, back here with another video. Got some NBA 2K19 here, and in this video we are going to do the official MyLeague setup for my MyLeague. I have started this MyLeague over a couple times, haven't really liked the start of the MyLeague, so I'm finally happy with everything. With my MyLeague, I've decided on what I'm going to do with the sliders. I've decided on how I'm going to do the draft classes, my games, everything, and I'm finally at a point where I can officially start my MyLeague. I've completed a roster. Well, really, it's just the original 2K roster from the day one roster. I have that all set in stone, but the injuries, the player positions, all of that stuff's upgraded. Players have been removed from that roster, so I'm at a good point finally to where I can start my MyLeague. I'm gonna go run through the settings and all that stuff. So this is just gonna be showing you all my setup stuff, all the settings, and again, the draft classes I'm gonna be using. Obviously, you guys know that I'm gonna go with the Toronto Raptors again. So in terms of the settings, I'm going to be using the default settings that are in here. No changes to this. And if you guys don't know, or if you guys are curious about the draft class quality, the higher your draft class quality, the deeper your draft is going to be. The lower the quality, the lower your draft depth is going to be. The draft class quality does nothing with the base rated players. For example, like if the highest rated rookie that can come out of a draft class is a 79, regardless if it's on 0 or if it's on 100, if there's a player who they computerly generated as a 79, he's going to be a 79. So lowering it isn't going to lower the overall ratings of the players. It just lowers the number of the number of high rated players in that draft class, just so you guys know. So I'm going to keep that on 50, and that's why I keep it on 50. And it's not going to really matter too much because I'm going to be using custom draft classes a lot in this MyLeague anyway, so it'll be a while before we even have to worry about any of that. So again, features, the contracts, all this is the same. Trade, all of this is the same. We're not touching anything in here. Injuries, we're gonna start with the roster injuries on. So we're gonna be using the injuries from the roster. Progression is all the same. Attributes, progression, this is all the same. Difficulty, we're gonna be playing on Hall of Fame, but it's gonna be a Hall of Fame custom. So once I get into the MyLeague, I'll be able to fix that to a Hall of Fame custom. It's pretty much the same exact sliders as Hall of Fame, but I toned up, and I'm going to buff up the I'm gonna buff up the awareness of the Hall of Fame CPU, just so they're making so I can assure that they're making the best possible decision on the court that is available for them. In terms of the draft class I'm going to use, is going to be the Detail Official Draft Class by Jack Move and Phil Liam. Hopefully I said that correctly. The reason why I want to use this draft class, even though I know that the ratings are the players are rated a little bit higher than I personally would like, it is one of the draft classes that I can say is the most consistent throughout. So we have draft classes that range all the way from 2019 all the way to 2026. Actually, I don't know how many draft classes Phil Liam actually did, but that's a good start. That's a good start for draft classes. I know everyone in the draft classes there's the same mindset behind the ratings, and I think it's just overall the easiest I think is going to be the most efficient draft classes, even though the players are rated a little bit higher. which is just fine for me. I don't really care about the ratings of the players. I just more care about having those players in my league. So the storylines, I am gonna say yes to this, even though I know some people might not like the attribute effects or other properties being touched with. To me, it's my league. This is, I think that if something happens within the MYLeague, whether it's random or not, let's have that happen. I think that's one of the cool things about MYLeague. You can customize it the way that you want to. One of the things I didn't know that I wanted to do or not is I didn't know if I wanted to control all 30 teams or not. Reason being mainly is because of the coaching game plans. I don't know how these update throughout the season, the sim points of emphasis and all this stuff. So I'm going to have to do a little bit more testing on this to see how this updates throughout the season. I would assume that the CPU, the sim engine for the CPU is smart enough to where I don't have to control all 30 teams, and they'll at least fill in their scoring options. And even if they don't, it doesn't really matter if they do or don't. The players who are the best in the league are still going to be the best in the league. It's not like, me not putting Kawhi Leonard here and putting somebody else here. Kawhi Leonard's not going to score points. That's kind of how my mindset was. And I was thinking about also touching the points of emphasis. The reason why I did not do that, because this was another thing that I was on the fence about and was debating about, is touching this. The reason why I did not want to touch the points of emphasis is because I don't know if they're going to upgrade or update throughout the MYLeague based on the personnel. So let's say, for example, I wanted to feed the post. We have JV here. Since it's the beginning of the season, I want to play through JV. Let's say I traded JV for a guard, and I don't have a postman, and my philosophy on my team changes. Would the game understand I don't have a post player anymore, or would they still try to feed it to whoever my post player is, even though I don't have a player that I want to, a player that I want to play through? So at least that way with neutral. Personally, I think that this is going to be the best for simming in my mindset in terms of a longer MYLeague, because with neutral, I feel like whoever is the better players on the team overall should have the most points and the most touches on the team, even though it might not look exactly like how the real NBA looks. And some of it's gonna look real wonky. That stuff really doesn't matter to me. To me, I'm more looking for, are the best players in the NBA at the top of the league leaders and all that stuff? Are the best teams winning games? That's more what I'm concerned about, not necessarily how this translates to real life NBA basketball. I don't really care for that. It's not really something I'm really concerned about. So that's an introduction for this MYLeague. I'm not sure why I never made an official introduction before for my franchise series. So I'm gonna do this for all of my franchise series. The main reason, again, like I said, in terms of my franchises, I wanted to start them over was because I wasn't really comfortable with the sliders and how and the gameplay I was getting, so I wanted to start it over. And I think I'm happy and comfortable with the point. And if any changes have to be made from here, I'm going to do it from the base Hall of Fame slider. So this is default Hall of Fame. Again, like I said, the only thing that I've changed is the offense and defensive awareness. Hopefully this will help the CPU offense and defense react quicker and with more urgency on both the offense and defensive end. So that's it for this video. I know it's ran a little bit long. Stay tuned. I will have this for the rest of my franchise series that's coming out. So as well as I'll do a little breakdown on how I'm gonna run my team throughout the season, or any changes that are being made. Thank you for watching. Be back very soon. KC Classic 7 signing out.